Hello, my Leo friends. These messages will be for you, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for September. Of course, dates are approximate and flexible. You may find resonance with these messages whenever you view them, or you may find none at all since they are general. Just take anything that resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. And remember, Leo, never put anyone else's judgment or opinion above your own. You know what's best for you, Leo. The cards are just here as guides. So thank you for joining me here at High Priestess Influence. If you enjoy these messages or just want to support the channel, just give it a thumbs up before you leave. So let's get into the messages here, Leo. Okay, so I'm going to stick these cards up here for a minute because we'll start here. Let's start here. You've recently been feeling pretty good about things. You've been satisfied with yourself, your situation. You may have even experienced some sort of a windfall, and it's not necessarily financial. It could be related to love, relationships, situations, but you've either really been feeling great in general and things have been going your way, or there's something, some of you have had something specific, something specific occurred that, it's really great. I mean, you've been, whatever it is, it was really great, or you've just been feeling really great moving into this time period. But as you move forward, there's this tendency to almost like take a step backward into this feeling of lack with the Five of Pentacles here. Like this is what I'm feeling, that with the Nine of Cups, whatever caused that feeling, or if it was just kind of things going your way and you were feeling good and things were working for you, or something big happened that made you feel great, it's almost like a superstition crept in, okay, or creeps in. So in other words, you know how when things are going really well, then some of us tend to get superstitious and say, well, how long can this last? Oh, I better not revel in this too much because it might not last, that kind of thing. That's what I'm sensing that some of you dip into at some point in September. Of course, again, whenever you're watching this, it could be, in the next month ahead. But that's what I'm feeling like. Some of you fall back into that, oh, but this can't last. Yeah, that's what it is. Like you're feeling like this can't last. And you had two cards jump out here. You have a major opportunity here to not fall into this lackful feeling. Or when you do, because I'm not saying it's inevitable, right? The cards are here as guides, right? It's not like nothing's etched in stone here. But I'm feeling like I should say to you that your opportunity here is that when the likelihood that you start to doubt that this joy, this prosperity, whatever it is, when you start to doubt that it can last, you have an opportunity to move forward in almost like a fresh energy, a new phase. I'm feeling like new phase, and a new phase of energy. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's what I'm feeling here. In other words, I have to stop saying in other words so much, but you have the opportunity to go with the flow, feel inspired, be open to new ideas, new activities, and be welcome surprises. You have an opportunity here to be more lighthearted and easy about the journey forward. And I feel like you have the opportunity to kind of like take this wonderful energy and start fresh with it. In other words, know that you can create more of the same. Know that this is just the beginning of the journey, and that this Nine of Cups energy is there for the taking down the road also. It's not, in other words, don't I keep doing it. Law of attraction, right? You have the opportunity to move forward in a very enthusiastic, easygoing, roll with the punches, I welcome the unexpected kind of attitude. So that's what you have the opportunity to tap into here. Like not getting caught up in this. I feel as though if you are really recognizing this in yourself and taking this to heart, that this will be like short-lived, something you laugh at, like, oh, why am I being superstitious? I know that's not how the universe works. I'm going to go forward feeling good and enthusiastic and with high expectations. I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to welcome those surprises. And when you do that, when you tap into these opportunities here, in the short-term outcome, you have this full energy here of just open for the new adventure, open-hearted, open-minded. It's such a feeling of freedom. You feel free. And I feel compelled to say there's no need to think small, right? There's this desire in you to not lose control. So you've experienced this great feeling, this Nine of Cups, this satisfaction, this joy, potentially wish fulfillment for some of you, right? You've had that experience and you just don't want to lose control of it. You feel like, things could easily go off the rail. I just want to maintain control. But I do want to tell you that this focus doesn't serve you, right? The desire to keep it under control is the kind of energy that makes us lose control. It's this energy, being light and easy and enthusiastic and rolling with the punches, open to surprises here. That's what keeps you going, right? So basically with this Chariot, you want to, instead of feeling like you want to maintain control of the situation, of the emotions, of the manifestations going forward, instead of I want to maintain this, I want to keep this going, but I'm afraid I can't. That's what I'm feeling with this. But you can actually turn this energy upright and say, I know I am in control, but it is not a control that requires me to hold on to the reins and grip things tightly. No, it's a knowing, it's a belief, it's a knowing that everything always works out for me. It's knowing that I control my experience with my alignment, with my vibration. So it benefits me to relax and basically relinquish control to the universe and know that all is well. I feel as though subconsciously, there's this ingrained feeling that maybe life isn't fair or things aren't just. There are people who aren't getting justice. For some of you, this feels really strong. Their justice is not being served, but this is in the subconscious. So I don't even know if you're aware of this, but you have an expectation deep inside that things don't work out, fairly, that there are some people maybe that need to be punished or that aren't being held accountable for things and what have you. And I don't feel as though this serves you well, but I do feel as though it is something that it's a subconscious belief that can be replaced. It's a subconscious belief that can lose its grip, lose its strength, lose its power when you deliberately start focusing the opposite way. So in other words, if you can turn this justice card upright and replace it with new beliefs, now, this is the belief I feel like you should try to replace this with. Okay? This is an attractive universe. I'm going to try to make this as short and sweet as possible, but I'm so not good at that. But anyway, because this is an attractive universe and we are all energetic beings, everything is energy. We are energy, everything is energy, thoughts are energy, everything is energy. Because it's an attractive universe, we are energetic beings. We emit energy out there into the world, and like a magnet, we attract to us the experiences and the people that match our vibrations. So life is fair. You get what you focus on. You get what you think about. You get what you believe in. You get the things that, or not even exactly the things necessarily, but you get the things or the essence of the things that your emotions are wrapped around. Emotions are powerful in that that's how we create our reality. That's how we create our vibration, through our emotions. So if it's a low negative emotion, and that means it's a low negative vibration, we attract the likes of that to us. But the same is for the high vibration. So the point is, in that case, life is fair. And if you can internalize that understanding, then you can replace that deep-seated feeling that justice is never served, people don't get what they deserve, like some people are bad and they don't get punished. And I feel as though that you might have that deep-seated in there, but you can replace that, because that doesn't serve you. It's not about the other person. It's not about forgiving the other person or forgetting. It's not even about that. It's about a deeper understanding of the universe and how it works, and knowing that everything always works out. And I'll leave it there. I could go on and on about that, but I'll leave it there for now. So, So I feel for some of you, a recent move to a different place. Now, I'm also feeling it's not necessarily a physical place, but let me just say this and then we can talk about the possibilities. A recent move to a different place is a positive influence on you. Now, could some of you have literally moved your home to a new location? Yes, that could certainly be it for some of you. Could some of you have changed jobs? That could certainly be it. Some of you may have gotten into better relationships. Some of you may have just gotten into a higher vibration. And it's a good influence. You know, the better things get, the better they get. You know, like that's what I'm feeling with this. Things have been improving. And that movement to a better place is a positive influence on you. So whether it's a physical location, like a job or a home, a new city, something like that, or it's a higher level of vibration, a higher level of being, it's serving you well. And it's a good place to focus. It's a good place to be. It's a good place to live, in a sense, like to vibrationally. Okay, there is a little bit of a concern here that you could regress back into your old worries, your old thought habits. Okay, so I'm feeling here that some of you have a history of worrying, of losing sleep over things, of worrying about what's going to happen in the future, of worrying about what happened in the past, of worrying about what you said yesterday to somebody. You know, that kind of stuff. I feel like some of you have a habit of getting caught up in your worrisome thoughts. But I also feel compelled to say that you seem to have reached a new level of being. You don't need to go back to that, right? So these cards that we've turned upright, because, you know, these energies are here for the taking. You know, you desire control, but you'll have more control when you basically relinquish it, when you believe in yourself and the energies of the universe to serve you. When you believe in that and you relinquish control, you'll actually be in more control. You know, when you can focus on the positivity moving forward and feel inspired and feel open and go with whatever comes your way. You know, you don't even, this Five of Pentacles lackful feeling, that will just dissipate more and more when you can revel in the freedom that the Fool energy brings you. You create more and more of that. So don't get caught up in the worries about your worries, if that makes sense. Don't worry about worrying, because if you worry about worrying, if you worry about slipping up or slipping back or falling back into old habits, then you will. It's about letting that go, you know? It's about focusing on, I mean, I just love the Fool energy. I mean, it's freedom. It's freedom. It's open-heartedness and open-mindedness. And you know what? It's that open-hearted and open-minded energy that will let you release the feelings about life being unfair and unjust and all that kind of stuff. I mean, when you focus on this and you bring this forward, I mean, this isn't your short-term outcome here. You have a great opportunity to tap into this feeling of freedom and being open-hearted, open-minded. And I feel, you know, like the Fool is like, I feel right now anyway, a very singular energy. You know, it's kind of like, just focus on you, just do you, and everything else will fall into place. Focus on your journey, your positivity, your desires. Feel good, and everything else will fall into place. So in the advice position, you have two cards that jumped out. And yeah, I feel with the Five of Wands, now this is an exaggeration. I don't feel like it's this strong, but I got the, you know, like I got the expression, like you're at war with yourself, okay? But this is actually advising you, don't be at war with yourself. Don't get caught up in all of that chatter in the mind, like da-da-da-da-da, you know, like the mind sometimes can just keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't get caught up in that. Find things to focus on that bring you joy. I just also got that you are proud of. So I feel that many of you have accomplishments that you're proud of. I just got the feeling that some of you literally are proud of your bank account. Look how much money I've saved recently, or something like that. But look at all of your accomplishments and be proud, feel good about them, and focus on that. And don't get caught up in any chatter in your head, that incessant self-talk that we have. I mean, and let's face it, the self-talk is rarely, I'm so wonderful, life is great, la 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 la. No, it's rarely anything like that, if ever. When the mind just gets going and chatters away, it's usually negative or judgmental of others, of ourselves, of our expectations moving forward, of the little thing in front of us that we don't like. You know what I mean? Like, just, so don't get caught up in that. Be deliberate in your focus and make it on the things, on your accomplishments, what you're proud of. Look at where you're headed. Look toward your future. Look at what you're growing for yourself in this life. And you know what? I feel only look back far enough, or take a brief look back at where you were, only so that you can appreciate how far you have come, if that makes sense. It's not about getting stuck in past energies and focusing on the past, not at all. But if you just look in general about, like, I can do it like for myself and say, wow, where I was at the beginning of 2017 compared to where I am now. Like, I feel like a different person. And I don't need to get stuck in what was going on in my chatter, in my mind, in my thoughts. I don't need to get caught up in the negativity that I was experiencing back then. I can just look at, oh my God, look where I was at that point, and look where I am now. Look where I was a year ago at this time, and look where I am now. I mean, I really have grown. I really have made progress. I really have had spiritual expansion. And as much as things look like they've stayed the same for me, no, they really haven't. Appreciate your accomplishments. Appreciate what you have nurtured, what you have cultivated, your growth, your expansion. And Leo, come on, I love it. the long-term outcome, the Queen of Wands. I mean, we don't even need any other cards, right? Because this is you in complete alignment. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. This is you sitting pretty on your throne, feeling good about yourself, knowing who you are, believing in yourself, knowing who you are. And the Leo, you're recognizing your power. And it starts with the non-physical. Sure, your attractiveness, your, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, it'll come to me. It always does. But your attractiveness, both physical and non-physical, like as in the law of attraction, is so powerful. That fiery Leo energy, whether you are Leo, sun, moon, or rising, you have that. It's just in you. And I feel like you are reaching, like, by the end of this month, by the end of September, or whenever you're watching it, by the end of a month's time, approximately, you are at a new level of alignment. You are at a new level of comfort with yourself, a new level of loving yourself, appreciating yourself. And you know what? When you radiate that out into the world, others feel the same way about you. So I feel like you're being recognized by others. I feel like you are being appreciated by others. I feel like I also want to say, don't get caught up. Like, I feel like this energy can get feeling so good that we can get caught up a little bit in vanity and turn it, like, there's like that, like that, take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You could get caught up in, like, wow, I'm awesome. And then, like, mess with the vibration. It's really about being easy. It's about these cards. I really feel like these are moving forward with inspiration and high expectations and lightheartedness and being open to fun and love and the unexpected here. And it's really, about those feelings. Leo, you, I feel like, are going to accomplish so much. Now, whether it's in the physical realm or the spiritual realm, I actually feel like it's both, because once you are vibrating at such a high level and you are so comfortable in your own skin and you really appreciate and love who you are, then you attract abundance to you in all different ways, in all different measures, outcomes. So whether it's financial or it's situations or it's jobs or it's people or whatever, this is an amazing, amazing energy for you, Leo. So all you need to do is basically keep this joy, this satisfaction, loving where you are. Yeah, the key, Leo, is loving where you are and expecting more and more and more joy and expecting things to change and be exciting and expecting things to be fun and being proud of your accomplishments. And when you get caught up in that chatter, just laugh it off and change your focus to what you're proud of, what you love, how far you've come, how far you've come. And just remember that Fool energy. And you know, it's beautiful. The short-term outcome is the Fool. And I think that energy of freedom, that energy of openness and open-hearted and open-mindedness, you know, leads the long-term to this feeling of, again, I am comfortable in my own skin. I am confident. I am attractive. I am so happy with myself. I love myself so much. My situation is amazing and getting better. And that's what I just feel for you, Leo. Really powerful messages, Leo. I didn't even realize that when the cards were jumping out, but wow, talking it through, it makes me feel really good. It makes me wish I were Leo. Okay, so let's pull a law of attraction card for you, Leo, to see if there's any other advice or maybe something for someone specific. I don't know. Let's see what we get. Ooh, wow. All right, that went over my shoulder and onto the floor, so let me just grab it. Wow. My manifesting thoughts are buffered by time. Okay, I haven't read this yet, but I feel like this is going to say, Leo, don't worry about a brief feeling of lackfulness. Don't worry about a short-term feeling like, oh, I need to control something. Don't worry about worrying. Don't worry about this subconscious feeling like that life isn't fair. Don't worry about any of those things. Don't worry about those, okay? My manifesting thoughts are buffered by time. Your earth is a nice environment for fine-tuning your knowledge. For here, your thoughts do not translate into instant equivalence. I love that because it's implying that elsewhere they do. So that's fascinating, right? These are Abraham Hicks Law of Attraction cards. So these are the words of Abraham. So if you're familiar with Abraham Hicks, which I assume most of you probably are. So I love that. Here, your thoughts do not translate into instant equivalence. Your thoughts are governed by a buffer of time. If you were instantly manifesting, you would be spending more time trying to fix your mistakes than you would in creating what you want. So it is about time. It's about spending time in this beautiful Fool energy. It's about spending time in this beautiful Queen of Wands energy. It's about spending time in focusing on what you're proud of, what you've cultivated, how far you've come, the joy, the satisfaction, the going with the flow, the easiness. Yes, it's all about that focus and those thoughts. If you have a quick negative thought, you don't have to worry like, oh no, what have I done? I had that terrible thought. Okay, it's really about your focus, being in a high vibration as much of the time as you can, but you don't have to worry about a thought that doesn't serve you. The key is to laugh it off and change it. Say, oh, why am I thinking about that? That happened 5 years ago, or even that happened yesterday. That's not even part of my reality anymore. Ha ha ha. I'm moving on to better thoughts, better focus. So when you can do that, Leo, I mean, then you're golden. But yeah, don't worry about those, and maybe somebody out there is thinking, oh God, but if I think have that lackful thought, or I try to control the situation too much, what am I going to do to myself? Oh wow, another one on the floor. Okay, let me get that. So yeah, no worries about that, Leo. Someone out there must be concerned about that. All right, so you had an Angel of Lights card jump on the floor here, and mercy, interesting, mercy. To develop the quality of mercy, forgive yourself and everyone around you. All right, so this card sounds like it's encouraging you to take the subconscious feeling that life is unfair and replacing that. Okay, let's see what Mercy says. Forgive yourself and everyone around you. Be magnanimous, see the good in others, and give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I want to come back to that. I don't want to forget that I want to come back to that though. Open up to compassion, but most of all, access the wisdom within that recognizes the divine in every creature. When you temper your attitude to others with mercy, you offer them grace. You spread much light, joy, freedom, and empower others to find the good in themselves. Choosing this card may mean that the angels of mercy are offering you release from your pain or difficulties. Accept it graciously. And the affirmation says, I am merciful. Okay, the wonderful thing about mercy for your vibration is that it's a positive or high vibration. Now, I feel as though mercy could have the connotations of feeling sorry for someone and getting caught up when like, oh, I feel so bad for them. It's not like that at all. The way I see it, and what helps me when I might feel like life is unfair or unjust, or why is this person doing that, or that kind of stuff, I try to remind myself that every single one of us, even though we are all connected, each and every one of us, even though that's the case in our individual experiences, each of us came here with different intentions to have different experiences for different levels of expansion. We came here with, again, even though we're all connected, we did come here with certain, with individuality. And we are all at different levels of growth and expansion, particularly from the human perspective. And since we all create our own realities with our focus, with our thoughts, with what we believe, then someone else might not even be able to see things the way you see them. Their experience might be so completely different that they can't even see things your way or what have you. So I feel like giving another person the benefit of the doubt is recognizing that that person is in a completely different reality than you are, even if it seems like they are not. That person is experiencing a completely personal, different reality than you are, and sees things a certain way, and has had certain experiences that have brought them to this place or that, just as you have had certain experiences bring you to your place. So if you can, it's kind of like, I feel like it's a live and let live, and just understand that person is basically, even if it seems not good to us, but that person at this point is doing the best they can with what they have. And if it ruins your vibration to observe it, then change the subject, turn away from it, look at what you do enjoy, look at the people that you do enjoy or resonate with, that kind of thing. But just be understanding that person is just, coming from a completely different level of expansion and a completely different human experience than you are. And that's how I feel about giving the benefit of the doubt. That, okay, that may not be for me, that I might not agree with that person or like their choices or whatever, but I have mercy in the sense that, okay, I get it. They're just not at the same place that I am, and I'm not, and they're looking at me probably thinking the same thing. She's not at the same place that I am. But it's really, I'm feeling live and let live is what I'm really feeling here, Leo. So that may be part of where this Fool energy is coming in here. Live and let live, right? If you are just like off on your own spiritual and physical journey through this life, and you're exuding open-mindedness, open-heartedness, and including mercy, understanding of others, but yet focused on your own journey, that's just a very high vibrational place to be, and that's how you are comfortable in your own skin, comfortable in your own situation, loving your life in your way and what you have created for yourself. And just know that if you don't enjoy what you're experiencing, you have the power to change that, and it starts with your thoughts. It starts with your focus. It starts with what you're looking at, right? With the Seven of Pentacles. It starts with what you're looking at and what you're thinking about and what you're focused on. Okay, my Leo friends, I hope you got some value out of this. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Either way, my Leo friends, I'm really happy for you with this reading, and I just hope you have an amazing, amazing month, that you grab these vibrations and these messages and you run with them and just enjoy being you, Leo.